What's up, beautiful besties? Welcome in to Turning Tides Tarot. My name is Alicia. Thank you all so very much for being here with me. Y'all are the best. I am finally starting to feel a little bit like myself again, friends. Thank you so very much for just sticking it out with me, for your patience while I recover from that insane illness. My gosh, it felt like forever. Anyway, I know it's been about a week, so let's just ring the sound bowl, friends, and let's connect to the energy of our collective and see what wants to pop up. I have a total blank slate as far as any channeled situations, so let's tune in together. If you want to connect with the reading and the energy, please go ahead and like the reading, and we'll just start to see what's coming through. Here we go. Okay, let's start with a direct message. Spirit said someone has something to say. Okay, I'm calling on Spirit with so much love, so much gratitude. I ask for divine guidance as I interpret these messages, and may they help us all on our journey towards our highest and greatest good. I'm asking for love, joy, peace, abundance. Sorry, I got distracted. And all the good things for myself, for you, and for all beings on the planet at this time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, highly distracted. First of all, I just want to say how much I freaking love you guys. Okay, thank you for being here again. Look at what we have here. Someone wants you to know that you are the catalyst for their healing. Okay. So I do feel like obviously we're pulling on someone's energy that you've dealt with before. I do feel like from what we see here on the table, friends, this is someone that you have not spoken to or seen in quite some time. Okay. Because of the past tense here, you were the catalyst for my healing. Someone has been working on themselves. Always a good thing to see. But this person here is feeling very much lost without you. Okay. I feel like they're thinking about you a lot right now. And wondering what their life, I feel like there's this moment that they're, kind of wondering what their life would have looked like had the two of you never met. And I don't feel like they're doing it I don't feel like it's a positive thing. I feel like they're sitting there and thinking, wow, because of you being the catalyst for this person's healing, they're thinking, oh my gosh, like, where would my life have ended up if I had never met our wonderful collective? Like, oh my gosh. I wonder where my life is headed now that you're no longer in my world. I feel like there's a lot of contemplation about you and your role in this person's life and how important you have been on their own personal journey, okay, of growth, development, and healing, right? This person, okay, not only are they feeling lost without you in their world right now, they are starting to notice that everyone around them is fake, okay? Fake, everyone around me is fake. So this person's surrounded by a bunch of phonies. And when I channeled this message, because this is my deck that I made, right? I was really channeling like Holden Caulfield from Catcher in the Rye, I'm just surrounded by phonies. No one's real, right? And so I feel like they are surrounded by a lot of their relationships are surface level. They surround themselves with people who really, maybe, excuse me, I'm hearing like Instagram models. Not that they surround themselves with Instagram models, but it's like, it's not real. It's clearly not real. These people aren't real. Okay. So it's the epitome of fake. They may have a lot of surface level relationships and surrounding themselves with people who just only care about, likes or a brand or status, egoic type of things, right? Just give me one sec. Okay, friends, please forgive me. I will still have to pause this every once in a while. I am still coughing. Okay. Anyways, so they're surrounded by these fake people and they're realizing here that you're unlike anyone that they've ever known. Okay. Not only do they not have anyone around in their immediate environment that is anything like you, there's no one, they don't know anyone like you. Okay. Basically you are the irreplaceable person in their world. You have always been somebody who has been, different, unique, and just so special, okay, to them. And whether or not they have communicated that to you in the past, or that, or they've ever said it to you, listen, this person is definitely feeling it, okay? They're definitely feeling it, and they're definitely missing you right now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to call on, I already did call on spirit, but we're going to go ahead and find out the details here, okay? Okay, I guess my first question here is, how are they truly feeling now that you're gone? Okay, because we know that you're not around right now. Obviously, they're feeling very much. They're in their feelings. They're missing you. Okay, so what is going on with them? How do they truly feel now that you are gone? You gone. I just heard a song. Gone. Hold on. It was like a TikTok song. Hold on. Okay, the song that came through, like, is called Little Girl Gone. And it's like a TikTok, like it went viral, and like the main part of it is like, say that again, I didn't quite hear ya. Messed with the wrong bitch in the wrong era. So I feel like there's a reason, well, obviously there's a really good reason why you're not in this person's life anymore. I do feel like obviously they treated you poorly or did you dirty in some type of way. So that came through really strongly, but I'm going to get back to this, okay, how they're feeling now that you're actually gone. And I feel like with the Hermit here, the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and under the deck is the King of Wands, friends. Like, look, I also have the Knight of Wands. Okay, they feel very much isolated and alone. Okay, now not only do they miss you and are they thinking about you a lot, realizing that you are the catalyst for their healing, because when we see the Hermit here, we know that this person has gone within, whether they chose to or whether they were forced to by spirit. The Hermit is this moment, right, where we have to like enter our little cave. We go in, and it's like, it can be like facing the shadow. It can be like dark night of the soul. We do end up seeing what it is that we need to see about ourselves. It's usually not pretty, okay? But we do have to face it, and we do have to learn, and we gain wisdom, and it's a very spiritual moment where we do connect with our inner light. It's actually, it's such a good, like, it's not the easiest energy to go through, okay, when we're in hermit mode, but it is necessary for our evolution, healing, and growth. And it is such an important time where we often are at our lowest point, and then spirit works with us in order for us. Like, there's nowhere else to go but up, kind of thing, when I see the Hermit. So this person, you were the catalyst for their healing. There has been a time, they could still be in this moment here where they do feel very much alone, isolated, missing you, feeling lost without you, realizing the nature and spiritual connection, the depth of this relationship, because again, you're unlike anyone I've ever known, and everyone around me is fake, okay? So how they're truly feeling now that you're gone, I mean, they're worried as hell. They're up all night. This is like spiraling at 3 a.m. kind of vibes, right? Not getting any sleep, worrying about all the worst case scenarios. Like, have I ruined this connection for good? Did I push you away for good? Am I ever going to see you again? Is my life going in the direction it should be going? Remember, this person is like, they're in this vibe of like wondering where their life would be without you. And now that you're not in their life, you change their world just by walking into their life. Okay, this is where they're at. And so remember, we were talking about them visualizing where their life would have been had you never entered in the first place. And now they're also seeing where their life could go if you were still in their life, okay? But again, we do have this vibe with that song that was channeled, that little Gone Girl vibe. They are absolutely worried because they've done something here to push you away. And I feel like they've done something that has pushed you so far away, okay? Where you could be bitter, or you could be resentful, or like you could have washed your hands of this person. Now, that's not going to be for everyone, but I feel like they did you dirty at the very least, okay? And they know it. I'm also getting here that you've called out the people around them in their life. You have already stated to them, look, what do you mean these people are important to you? These so-called friends, or maybe even so-called family or your crew or whatever. Like, these people are fake. They only care about themselves. They only care about status. They're only here to get what they can get from other people. They're users, they're manipulators. There's there's that too that I'm picking up very heavily. This person, now that you're absolutely gone and out of their life, they are feeling, first of all, yeah, you're unlike anyone they've ever known. They have a lot of passion. They are still very much magnetically attracted to, okay? Sexually attracted to, I have to say as well, with the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of sexual energy and sexual passion, especially with the Knight of Wands. They are feeling very much charged up. They are fantasizing about you right now. They're thinking about you. They're pleasuring themselves to you. Like, there's a lot of sexual energy and charge that they are sending your way. Whether or not you're picking up on that right now, you may be, okay? If you've had like some steamy dreams about this person, or if you've just like picked up on some like overly sexual energy that you're like, where's this coming from? I'm like, I'm just over here like doing the dishes. Why am I feeling this some type of way right now? And this person pops into your mind is because they are sending you sexual energy. I'm just going to leave it at that because, YouTube, we got to stay PG here. Okay. Now, they are very much inspired right now to run towards you. This is what they want. I just heard, I want to run to you. And I'm hearing a lot of songs, and very interesting. I want to run to you. I'm pretty sure that's from like The Bodyguard. It's a Whitney Houston song. I want to run to you. And it's more romantic. Interesting because I was picking up on a lot of sexual energy here, and then comes through with like a romantic song. So I do feel like even though the sexual energy is coming through very hot, they're very hot and bothered thinking about you right now. They also do have some real feelings to back that up, but for some reason it is that, like, I don't know if you've gone through some kind of major glow up moment, or like you're in the spotlight right now. You could be out here chasing your dreams, working on your glow up. And so they're like, let me just get some more. I got some questions. Okay. I want to know what their feelings are, like, besides the passion that we're picking up. The Emperor. Yeah. Okay. I feel like and I just heard this, even though this is very masculine energy, again, I just heard you make me feel like a natural woman. So gender is obviously very much not a thing here, okay? Because even if we're talking about a masculine energy with the Emperor and the King of Pentacles coming out, we have the King of Wands, a lot of masculine vibes here. There's something that you do, okay? Again, you're unlike anyone they've ever known. You make them feel powerful. Okay, you make them feel like there is a primal, I can't even explain the feeling. It's primal, okay? It's more than just lust. It's like you fill their tank with gas, okay, yeah, for sure. But I don't feel like you're doing it on purpose. It's just your energy. It's who you are. There's a connection here. Excuse me. I don't know, friends. It just feels like you make them feel like a real man, a real woman. Like, it's a very interesting thing. When they're around you, they feel like they can do anything. Okay. When you're in their life as well, I'm picking up that they can do anything. And again, I don't feel like you're doing this on purpose. You're not filling their tank with gas just to do that. It's just who you are, your energy. The two of you feel like a natural match. Okay, yeah, sorry, y'all. I keep having to pause it. It feels like I'm fine until I start like working, and then talking apparently is a trigger. It's okay. We'll get through this. Okay. So anyway, I feel like when you're in their life, this is what I'm picking up on, very highly channeled, things go really well for them, right? They feel very lucky. They feel very powerful. They feel like they can do anything, right? And that has been proven. I feel like when you've been in their world, things have gone really well for them, whether that be in business, maybe definitely in business, in their career, whatever their passion, their goal is, because the combo of the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, like this is somebody who's very powerful. They have their ish together. They might be the boss or like a CEO type of energy on top of their game, okay? They're the ones that in charge, okay? This is definitely giving like big man on campus energy feeling, okay? Even if they don't have all that stuff together in their real world, I mean, you'll know them best. That's the way you make them feel, okay? That's the way that you make them feel. So I want to know, okay, that's all well and good. And obviously they've done something here to push you away. We know that. We know that because there's a reason why, and I feel like it's a good reason why you're not in their world right now. And they know it and you know it. But right now, I want to know about what they're realizing about the people around them, okay? And how these realizations are connected to you. Because this is what's coming out. This is something they want you to know. All right, so and we'll get there. We'll get there on, you know, what they wish they could say to you and, you know, what they've learned and things like that. So yeah, first let's explore, you know, what are they realizing about the people that are surrounding them right now? And how are these realizations connected to you? Because a lot's going on. Okay, we have the Magician. That's very forward. That's very simple to me. The Nine of Pentacles. We have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Devil. This is very telling. Okay, so the people around them, just like we said, I feel like this is very straightforward with the Magician, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Ten of Cups, the Devil. Listen, yeah, everyone around them is fake. Everyone around them is literally, I feel like illusion. They're serving illusion all the time, right? This is like, not only are all their, it's like their whole life is photoshopped, okay? Their whole world is photoshopped. So all the people that are surrounding them, I feel like you're the only real authentic person that they've ever met, okay? Again, a lot of this fake energy. People here are pretending, like people in their world, they're realizing that they're pretending that they have everything they need, that they're good on their own, you know, really they could be swindlers, okay? Again, I'm picking up on people who manipulate others to get what they want for, you know, social status, for money, gold digging energy, you know, pretending that they're happy, when really there's nothing going on. There's nothing underneath the surface. Yeah. I thought something was going to come through channeled there with nothing under the surface, but I'm drawing a blank. So that could be relevant as well here, drawing a blank. It's like these people have no substance to them whatsoever. It's almost like they're just here to tempt your person for something. I don't know why it feels very tempting. It just gives, you know what it gives? It gives power, corruption. It gives it gives devil energy. It gives like freaking, I keep hearing this and I don't know if my video will get flagged, but it's like, and I don't know the relevance and I just keep hearing things like, I keep hearing Epstein files. So the people around them, like they pretend, like this is what I mean, everyone around them is fake. They're starting to see the people's true colors and they're starting to see what's underneath the flashy surface level of the people that are around them. And they're starting to see people's dark sides, okay? Their shadow sides, the evil, okay? I want to say evil because for Spirit to put that flippin' name in my ear, these people are truly disgusting, okay? And this is what your person's figuring out. And I don't know why it's taken them so long. And I don't even know why I just heard they're not my person anymore. So some of you are like, this is not my person, but you know who I'm talking about, okay? They didn't want to see it for a very long time. They just really enjoyed what these people were bringing into their world. So we've got to remember that at one point in time, the person that we're speaking about, the person who's wanting to come through in your reading right now, your energy, By the way, that's my son home from school. He's sick too. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing here. Anyways, um, it's like they were overlooking on purpose because they were reaping some kind of benefits from these fake people around them. Their energy matched the energy of the fake people. Let's be real, okay? Because like attracts like, okay? I feel like you were brought into their life. I do feel like this person showing up in this reading is a very spiritual individual. They could be a starseed, chosen one, light worker, divine masculine, divine feminine. Somebody who is naturally very spiritual themselves, but they would have really never leaned into that part of themselves. You would have recognized it instantly within this person. Okay. They've been hiding from their own gifts for a very long time, but not anymore. Okay, with the hermit here, not anymore. They can't hide from their gifts anymore. They don't want to hide from their gifts. Their gifts have been heightened, and now they're able to see what you saw about the fake people. Okay, they're able to see what you saw. You were right. These people are fake. These people are evil. These people are, I don't know. I don't feel like they're toxic. Okay. They're definitely toxic. And again, it just feels like, they are finally seeing things the way that you have seen them. And I feel like you really called this person out at some point. Okay. So what have they learned? Okay. From the connection with you, because obviously it's hitting them pretty hard here. You're the catalyst for their healing. What have they learned, and why is it hitting them so hard now? Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Yeah. And I'm not surprised to see the Five of Swords. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, basically what I see here, what have they learned? Okay. First of all, I feel like the only reason why they did learn anything is because they had expected you to chase after them, or you to wait for them, or they did not expect for you to turn your back and walk away from them. Okay? They didn't. All right? And the fact that you have stayed away for as long as you have not only sends them off the flipping deep end, but has also made them realize that you aren't someone to be messed with. You aren't someone to be played with. You are unlike anyone they've ever known. Any kind of I feel like, again, they're used to these fake people. They're used to understanding how these people work, right? You don't operate in the same way. So they tried to play some kind of game with you. It didn't work, okay? Like the song says, I channeled at the beginning, you mess with the wrong one in the wrong era. That's not how we play. I just heard homie don't play that. Homie don't play that, all right? So I feel like they have learned the importance of real connection, Two of Cups energy, soul connection, soul contracts, real love, real commitment, what it takes to be in a real healthy, wealthy connection. Like when I say healthy, wealthy, I see the Ten of Pentacles. That is like legacy energy. That's life partnership vibes. That's long term, with the Two of Cups. That's partnership. That's equal give and take. That's reciprocity. That's healthy. Okay. It's healthy, and it's sharing wealth. It's sharing everything. It's sharing how, okay, it's such a healthy relationship. So you have taught them what that is, like healthy boundaries, healthy relationships where there's no games being played, This is why it's hitting them so hard again, because I feel like they are finally realizing that you were a real one this whole time. And they played you off, or they treated you as if you were like anyone else in their world, but you aren't, and you never were. And so they're starting to see that now. Now, I said, we'll talk about this in a minute, the Five of Swords. I love this deck because the Five of Swords represents the feeling of like, I'm always right. I'm going to do what I have to do because I'm the one that's going to win the situation. Like, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll say whatever I have to say. And then it usually comes with a hell of a lot of regret afterwards because this person pushes people away by having to win at all costs, usually. And a lot of times I see this as being like a very selfish, very narcissistic, challenging type of energy. And you'll notice in the Nine of Swords that this card is actually sitting up here on the wall. This is what is bothering this person. Everything they said, everything they did to push you away. Okay, that's what's haunting them. That's what's, they cannot get over it. All right, they can't get over it because they feel freaking lost without you, and they feel stupid because, again, you were the only real one that they've ever had in their world. Okay, and they pushed you away, and they did some stupid shit. And now you're gone, and this is them. It's like figuring it out when it feels a little too late. You know what I mean? Now it's up to you because everyone's different here, okay? You could be like, maybe it's not too late. I don't know, right? I don't know. It depends what they'll have to say to me. It depends what they're coming through. If they're coming through healed, I don't know. Maybe I would give this person another chance. There is still that feeling of, a soul bond. This is something that perhaps was supposed to be something a lot more than how it turned out. Okay. Just know that they're definitely in this vibe, in this energy of trying to figure out what their life would look like if they wouldn't have basically screwed you over. Okay. I want to know right now, I'll take a couple direct messages. I probably will extend this. Let's be so for real. But I'm going to have to take a break. Okay. Because we're getting to about a half an hour, and I know it's kind of long. So let's see what their higher self wants to say. Okay. Here's some direct messages. I usually pull these in the extended, but I mean, we still have so much more to explore in the extended that I'm not too worried about it. So I miss our talks. No one understands me like you do. If they could talk to you right now, this is what they would say. Our connection is unbreakable. Okay. You are so magical, absolutely. Waiting for the right time to come forward. I miss the sound of your laugh. I'm keeping tabs on you, social media. Can I trust you? This person has trust issues. Obviously, I feel like you are trustworthy, and they probably know that too, but they do have trust issues. That's what's being highlighted here. I feel like there's more to this. Can I trust you? Can I trust you? Would you be the one? Can I trust you with everything? Oh, it feels vulnerable. Can I trust you? Can I trust you to be there? Okay, yeah, I definitely am going to extend this. We're going to find out. I feel like they are going to come forward. Let me just ask that quickly before we get into the extended. Let me ask. Is this person going to come towards you? Because if it's a hard no, then I won't extend it. Okay, are they actually going to come towards you? Six of Pentacles. That's a yes card. Yes. Okay, so they will come forward. They want to make things right with the Six of Balance. They want to put things into balance with the Six of Pentacles. And here's the Three of Pentacles underneath the deck. So they want to take this seriously. This is committed energy. This is grounded energy. It's working together to create something balanced and fair. So yes, they are going to come back. And I'm not surprised. I know we're not in Mercury retrograde right now, friends, but we are leading into it. We are in the shadow period of it currently, I believe. It's coming in November. So I feel like this is giving us a taste. A lot of the times when we enter or we're close to Mercury retrograde energy, the reason why we get a lot of this vibe, and I feel like it has a lot to do with Pluto stationing direct, which we will be talking about soon as well, because it's a huge shift that's taking place right now where karmic cycles are ending. And it's basically this vibe of either we're doing this or we're not, and we're never ever going back to it again. So, and same with the Mercury retrograde season coming up. This is about, if we're doing something, we're going to fix it. We're doing it right. Okay. And if we're not, then we're never going to revisit it again. Okay. It's the ending. It's a true ending of karmic cycles. Okay. Either you're leveling up or you're not. Okay. So it's a very powerful vibe that we're in right now. Season, I would say, between now and the end of the year. Okay. So we're going to see some of these themed readings coming through, and I will be starting to offer some other services as well for those of you who aren't interested in going around any other, cycles with anyone in your past. Okay. So I'm going to diversify the portfolio a little bit here, friends. But anyway, please go ahead and check the link below. if you're interested, I'll drop a little bit of a preview. I always, want to say thank you for being here, of course, and thank you for the support that you give to myself, to each other in the comments, to our tribe. I love you guys so much. Thank you for the energy exchange. Thank you for supporting the work that I do. Your generosity means the world to me. And even just being part of your day, allowing me to be part of your day, that means the world to me. Thank you for allowing me to be here and be doing what I love to be doing, okay, which is reading the energetic weather for you friends out there on the interwebs. But yeah, I'm sending you lots of love. The link to the extended will be below. And I just hope you all have a very blessed day. Take care. Hey, beautiful besties. Let's jump right into the extended here and let's find out what energy are they going to be in when they return. We know they're coming back. This person has definitely, to say they have regrets of how things went between the two of you is an absolute understatement, okay? So let's see what energy they're going to be in. Ooh, okay, that's a lot, but something did flip over. So here we have challenges, not surprised. Was there anything else? All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. So they're going to come forward, obviously hoping here that the two of you will be able to overcome the challenges that have occurred in the past between the two of you. And then we have telepathic. So close soul connections are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. And then we have commitment. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship, obviously. What? Here we go, friends. Yin yang. Like the yin yang symbol, twin flames contain an aspect of each other's character within themselves. This is definitely a deep soul connection, whether or not you label it as a twin flame connection. It is a soul contract at the very least, and they have realized that they're wanting to fulfill it. Again, a lot of very serious energy with connections like this. Either, we're doing it or we're not. Ever since, Pluto has stationed direct in Aquarius, it is a very powerful time to, for karmic contracts to have ended. And, either we're doing it or we're not. We have openness, okay? The two of you do share a telepathic bond. You could be knowing that this is already happening. Geez, look at me. I'm getting into the reading already. I am going to go ahead and ask a bunch more questions, but being open to accept divine guidance in your relationship, I do also feel like the openness, not only being open to hearing this person out, perhaps open to fulfilling the soul contract and commitment in this lifetime, or openness to not only see what the potential is with this individual after they have learned quite a lot. Okay, they have. But I feel like this is more of a vulnerability openness that I'm picking up on. Okay, so we're going to dive into it. I want to know what they're actually like. Listen, what do they want from you? Okay, what do they want? There's that Six of Pentacles again. What do they want from you?